Hi, Kevin Coop here, and this is FaceTime with the Content Guy coming to you from some hotel room somewhere. Um, this week, I want to talk about something that's a little bit off topic for Morning News Beat, but it's something I have kind of made glancing references to from time to time because it's a subject that kind of disgusts me a little bit. And I'll try and bring it back to a business lesson at the end. And the subject is the whole notion of people who are paying bribes to get their kids into better schools. Kids who have no business necessarily going to those schools, may not even have any interest in going to those schools, but the parents write a check and manage to get them in through bribery. Okay, and specifically the case I want to talk about is Felicity Huffman, the actress who just the other day she pled guilty, and basically she got community service, has to pay a fine, and is going to have to do 14 days in jail. A lot of people are outraged by the sentence. They thought it wasn't nearly long enough, especially because if you are a lot of people who are not rich, not privileged, and not white, convicted of lesser crimes end up doing a lot more time because they haven't got the same kind of resources in the legal system. But to me, it's not about the time served. What I think they did is I think they missed actually an enormous opportunity. How great would it have been had the judge looked at Felicity Huffman and said, okay, you're pleading guilty, that's great. Here's the deal. Over the next X number of years, you're going to put 4 kids through college. Kids who don't have the resources to go on their own, who don't have the kind of money to pay for great schools. Underprivileged kids who are smart, who are going to be able to make something of themselves because of this opportunity, you're going to put them through schools. And listen, we all know that a really good college education at a great school, that can cost $200,000, $300,000 if you look at tuition, room and board, and books, right? And they said, that's what he should have said. You're going to put 4 kids through school. And if it costs you $1 million over the next X number of years to do that, that's the price you're going to pay. And judges should do this with all the people who are rich enough to bribe their kids' ways into school. That's what I think judges should do. Make them put underprivileged kids through school. Okay? That'd be a great lesson for everybody. Okay? And by the way, it would actually do some good. I guess the business lesson I would come back to is this: is sometimes we look for the traditional answers to specific problems and challenges. We respond to it this way because this is how it's always been responded to. In case of a crime, it's okay. You're going to do a little bit of time in jail. You're going to pay a fine, and you're going to do some community service. But sometimes you look for the other opportunity, right? Say, okay, how can I approach this in a different kind of way and make something more out of the moment? That's what I think judges should do in this case. That's what I think businesses should do when they're presented with these kinds of challenges. And by the way, I'm Felicity Huffman's PPR person. I'm her manager. I'm telling her to do this anyway. Listen, Felicity, babe, you can make a lot of money, okay, doing a movie. You're going to put kids through college. We're going to rehabilitate your reputation that way. It would be a really, really smart thing to do if she does it on her own. But quite frankly, this is what the justice system should have done. And it's the kind of approach, the kind of unconventional approach to business that I think a lot of companies ought to think about. Anyway, as I'm sitting here in this hotel room, that's what's on my mind. And as always, I want to hear what's on your mind.